I was in the middle of hosting an important international meeting when my younger brother's sudden call interrupted me. On the other end, his voice was low and trembling. "Matt, someone took my spot for the exchange student program." I rushed to his school right away, only to find him cornered in an office, his eyes slightly red. A cocky-looking boy was pointing at Tim's nose, his face full of arrogance. "You want to compete with me? I'm the heir of the Smiths in Ardenford. My mom just donated an entire lab building to the school. Who do you think you are?" Even the teacher nearby spoke up in support of him. "Timothy, the Smiths are one of our school's major benefactors. You'd better be sensible and not cause any trouble." I was about to step forward and confront them when those words, "the Smiths in Ardenford," made me stop cold. The Smiths in Ardenford? Since when did my mom have a third son besides me and my brother, Timothy? I immediately dialed her number, a cold laugh slipping from my lips. "Mom, when did you have another son behind Dad's back? What nonsense are you talking about?" On the other end of the line, my mom, Christine Smith, sounded both exasperated and amused by the accusation. "Matthew, are you teasing me again? In this life, I've only ever had you and your brother. How could there possibly be another son?" Hearing the certainty in her voice, the doubt in my heart quickly dissolved. Of course, my mother was famous in all of Ardenford's high society as the model wife and perfect mother. Her gentle devotion to my father, Elias Mace, had remained unchanged for years. She was the woman every other rich wife was compared to. In our circle, scandals about women having affairs or keeping toy boys weren't uncommon, but everyone agreed on one thing. My mom would never be one of them. "It better be that way," I said coldly, hanging up. Then I looked up at the arrogant kid in front of me. He was dressed head to toe in flashy designer brands, his accessories piled on carelessly, exuding the cheap gaudiness of a nouveau riche brat. Suppressing my anger, I asked evenly, "You just said you're the heir of the Smith family?" "Oh, another one? What now? Calling him back up?" He sneered, crossing his arms. "Yeah, that's right. I'm Roger Smith, heir of the Smith family in Ardenford. Got a problem with that?" "Oh, I get it," he scoffed again. "You two are trying to cozy up to my family, huh? Too late for that. Tell me, besides our family, are there any other Smiths even worth mentioning? What a pair of country bumpkins." Then he turned back to my brother, his voice dripping with malice. "Timothy, so what if you've got good grades? So what if you spent a year working hard? With a single word, my mom can make everything you've done count for nothing." My brother Timothy lowered his head even further, his fists clenched so tightly his knuckles turned white. Seeing him endure it in silence, I understood instantly. This Smith kid had probably been bullying my brother for a while now. My father had always disliked ostentation and wanted us to stand on our own abilities. So Tim and I kept a low profile outside, never revealing our background. Tim was quiet and focused only on his studies, but people like Roger had mistaken his humility for a weakness and took advantage of that. I gently pulled him behind me and turned my cold gaze back to Roger. "As far as I know, all the paperwork and approvals for the exchange program have already gone through. Replacing someone at the last minute isn't exactly by the rules, is it?" "Rules?" Roger let out a mocking laugh. With a smug grin, he pulled a stack of documents from his bag and waved them in front of me. "You mean these? Timothy's application documents? Sorry, never made it to the office. I held on to them myself." Roger smiled brightly, but the words that came out of his mouth were vicious. "So you see, the final list the school submitted only had one name